sunglasses off so I can see this game well. During my junior year of high school, I played football and baseball. The senior class above me was so talented that during the football season that fall, I spent most Thursday nights before the big game Friday losing sleep. What if the seniors trust me to catch the game-winning pass and I drop it? Same story in baseball later that year. There was so much talent for a small baseball school in Southwest Missouri. The only thing they were missing was a shortstop. And they didn't need Edgar Renteria or Derek Jeter, not that type of shortstop. They were so talented, all that senior class needed was a shortstop who didn't suck. And I'm ashamed to admit, I spent way too much time worrying about bad outcomes that never came to fruition. I'm a little bit wiser now, 8 years later. And I was really worried about getting laughed at for doing this week's podcast on the stage of the Power and Light District here in Kansas City. But I asked myself, what's the worst that could possibly happen? The cops come. That'd be the worst that could happen is the cops come. And I would have to finish my chess game in prison, which I'm sure there's been weirder introductions for inmates in prison. But I'm already on chess.com's kind of watch list for auto-aborting too many games. So I'm going to try to get this podcast done a little quicker than most, get a win, and get the hell out of here before I get kicked off this stage. Now, I did do some research, and some performers that have been on this very stage I'm on right now just make me feel so inferior because they're so talented. On July 29th of 2010, Luke Bryan was on this very stage. And then later, as if Luke wasn't enough, on October 25th of 2019, Nelly, the real Nelly, hey, push, that Nelly, same stage right here. I don't have the stage presence, experience, or natural talent as most everyone to ever play music on this stage. But I promised you a show last week. I'm going to give you everything I have. So all you need to know for this week's podcast, you got a G-sharp major chord. Happy. And then you got a diminished chord, which is just, I think it's adding a minor third and a diminished fifth. So it's not too different to play, but the effect is very different of a diminished chord versus that major chord I just played. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. were expecting me to sing and play music. No, I promised you a show. One of my messages for this podcast is I got clapped for a lot in high school because I couldn't actually run fast or jump high, but I had some teammates that could, and so I won a lot of games. But there's just as much showmanship for things that don't fill arenas that are just as important as sports, like chess, speech and debate, and things I was never good at. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, you got your happy, amazing, and that was the mission. One of the sad things about sports or chess is someone's got to walk away happy. Usually the enemy walks away not so happy. Right, now I better get out of here. I've got a very nice gentleman I just met named Adam. I read Adam well. I trusted him enough to watch Nova, the pride and joy of my life. I'm going to leave you with a riddle this week. Is there something wrong with me for playing live chess on the stage of a major music venue? Or is there something wrong with the Power and Light events coordinating team for not hosting live chess events until now? I'd say both. We'll see you next week.